Okay, we're getting back on these heads. So I did been doing a lot of honing all day today. So anyway, it's 11 o'clock at night right now, so my normal time for work. So I got these guys all cleaned up, or honed out I mean, and now I gotta go ahead and mark the valves and do the actual valve job on this. So, get tired of doing a lot of cleaning and breathing fumes all day. Had to clean up Walker's mess too. I mean, an oil dump on the ground for me a few days ago. Never cleaned it up. I'm all red today because cleaning solutions make me turn red, especially in there for about 3 hours into this stuff. Okay, so these are the size I honed the stems to. Got 37 and 38 here. I gotta figure out which head's which. So that'll be the number on the dial here when I measure it. So that one's 38, that one's 37. Boom, boom. Okay, so that is the rear one. So we put a rear R on this for rear. Put an F on this one for front. Make sure you make it big enough you can see it. And these have already been all ground and back cut and honed on the stem and butted on the tip. So that part's all done. Did that a week or so back. Okay, these two here, we got 25 and 27 are the two numbers on these ones. So you have a different dial bore gauge for that one. This one's 5/16, so that one's 11/32. Okay, so that's definitely the big one, or the small one, I should say. Higher number. Yep, 25. So the way you see how these look, I hone my stem so I get a nice, smooth, straight hole down in there. You can barely see that in the camera. Light doesn't really do it any good, I guess. So it's a pretty smooth finish anyway, so it doesn't help. So anyway, the dial bore gauge is set here. My other videos show a lot of this stuff, so I'm not going to repeat every damn thing I do. See how that one's about 27 all the way up, about 26 and a half, 27. Turn it 90 degrees, and 27, 27. Whoop, it clicked on me. Come off the top. This one here should be 25. It's 24 and a half, 20, something like that. It's 25, 24. This is a tenth, not a 1 thou indicator, so those are tenths of a thou you were looking at, which is pretty damn close. So I individually make each valve for application. So even though these are all the same valves, they vary. In that case, that's 2/10 of a thou, which is 1/4 of a thou. So if you don't understand what those are, you have to go somewhere else for now. Okay, so this one is the front. This one's the rear. All you dumbasses say it's a 5/16 valve, just put a 5/16 reamer through it and call it done. Good luck with that. This ain't a car. Cars you go away doing stupid crap like that, but not on Harley. Especially when you're using kibble white valves. They're not made that way. They're undersized. Okay, so there's my valves. They actually don't go in there. I'm going to transfer over the head machine. That'd be that thing right there. First thing you do is put your valves over here, get them out of your way. So I've been working on cleaning around here and working on heads. I'm not going to show me doing these heads, but that's about all you're going to get for now. So this is a stock Evo set. This is an S&S Evo set. So this has got new big valves on it, and do some porting. for just a putt-putt bike, EV27 cam, so I'm not sure why they're putting big valves in it, but that's what they want. Doing these for another shop, so oh well, get what they want. This here is a hot rod motor, SNS valves. These have all been reground, back cut. They're knife edge because they're worn out, but oh well, we'll use them one more time. And these, I'll go ahead and clean these up a little bit and make them look a little faster too. Anyway, that's other stuff to work on. I've done a lot of those already, so go watch other videos. It doesn't change much. Besides, I didn't feel like videotaping it earlier. Too busy. Too many interruptions today. Run your finger in the hole and it goes pop. That means it's torqued, right? Alright, clean your table off. Clean this off too while we're at it. Make it accurate work, clean your stuff. Okay, one head, too bad. Let's see, bolts out, bolts are out. 4 bolts. Iron heads are held on with 2 bolt holes. These center 2 right here. So you have to go underneath, find the sweet spot. Which I haven't hit yet. That ain't it. There it is. Screw one up. Now this has had valve job done by somebody else, so I'm redoing them. There we go. You'll see the difference here in a few minutes. I've already previously ported these quite a bit. I don't know if I showed that or not. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. So basically what I did was I browned these out a little bit on the inside. It's a 3-angle valve job here, so this inner angle here is what they were cut to. Hopefully when I put the new guide in, it stayed centered so it doesn't change off to one side. If it does, then the seat will be in air and it won't work very well. So let me put some big gouges right there. I have to grind those out too. So anyway, and the intake's the same thing. These have seats put in these, so they got hardened seats, I guess. So they got lips up underneath in here. Oop. Don't know if you can see up in there, but there's lips up in there. All right, so I'm going to center this up. Get the camera out of the way a little bit so I can make room. Alright, we got some pilots. Pilots are all up there. We're on the exhaust. It's 1132. So these are 5/16, 1132, 3/8, and auto shit. You can see I work on Harleys, not autos very much. Alright, these are probably going to be something around the second one down, maybe. So the higher it up, the smaller it is. Which means tighter the guide fits. That's a pretty tight one. These are a taper, so they go in about this far. Then they're tapered from here to here. And I can't remember if it's 1.5 thou or 3 thou. I think it's 1.5 thou. I don't remember. It's something. When that jams into the guide, that's what they call it, a fixed pilot. The other style is a floating pilot. It spins with a cutter. I like this method better, but pro and con to everything. Okay, now I got to center this out. Got a level right here. Ooh, that's not even close. What a shocker. Okay, it's going to have to go way in. Get an iron head. Okay, that one's loose. So you rotate this until you get that angle in there pretty close. It's roughed in slightly. Beat it to fit. Lightly tighten it down. Those are pinch bolts that lock it down. Then you rotate your head and you got to level it the other direction. Then you tighten it down. And my arm fits in there a lot better if I slide this out a little bit. Wrong direction. Whoa. Splitter makes it tighter. Okay, close enough. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it helps. And do that. I need to lock these down harder. Okay, I'm going to check the next one. Down there someplace. Ooh. Okay. So this one's now straight side to side. And how close is it to the other one? Pretty damn close. That's pretty good. That means the heads and the holes aren't screwed up too much and the valve guides are good. And maybe the pilot turn the guide straight helps too. So this one's about half a turd off that way. And this one was right here, so there you go. So we're pretty close. Yeah, it's pretty good when they're that close. Yeah, it's about half a thing off. You split the difference. Yeah, about there. Maybe about there. I like that better. That way I don't have to turn it. Otherwise I gotta go back and forth. There you go. Okay. So that's how you do that. Now they're centered in tight. So you can work on it and stay put. Maybe. Oh, you dumbass. Where am I? Nope, I'm right. Okay, that holds the plate all the way against the back table. This floats on air. Let go of the valve, it quits moving. Make sure you're in range. You are. To wipe out my spindle here so it turns freely, goes up and down here and down. Dust and who knows what from just sitting. Here in Air League too. Alright, so now we gotta do the hard part. We gotta set the cutter. So the cutters are over there. Good exhaust cutter, intake cutter, that might be one also, I don't know. Don't know what I did last, don't remember. So that's gonna be our cutter. We have to adjust it. So what you gotta do is you gotta take your valve, stick inside your holding fixture here. There's a pointer up here. You got to point to it. I got a magnifying glass so I can see better. Of course, somebody's been playing with it, and it's dirty, which means I can hardly see through it. It's not my bad eyes either. It's dirty. There you go. How's that? Can you see that? The camera focus on that. screwing with this thing. Okay, so now so you put the pointer right where you want it to be. Look through there. Look at that. And you can really blow up with it. Look at that. You can get real close, see? So I want it right toward the outside of the valve. That's where I want the outside of my seat to be. If you put it way toward the inside of the valve, you might as well just put a smaller valve in it because you're not using it. You put the seat out toward the outside edge, you're using the full valve. It's like having an oversized valve between having a crappy job and a good job. That's how come I can make a bike run better without really changing anything. It's about how you do it. Okay, you take that one out. Grab another pilot. Same size helps. If you grab the wrong side, it doesn't work very well. Guess how I know. Okay, you grab your cutter. So this cutter I use has a lot of angles in it and a lot of radiuses. So the pointer goes on the top edge of the top angle right there, and that sets the diameter that it cuts. If you do it right, first cut's good. If you do it wrong, you have to chase it. Sometimes I like chasing stuff. Looks like there's a big chip in there. A little chip. The problem is just trying to figure out where the angles are actually at. Over there. Because the angles all look about the same. They're very close. It's probably 5 degrees difference between the top and the bottom, or the seat angle. Alright, so this is set, maybe. We'll find out. Go back over to the machine over here. Yep, I'll let the camera stand and let it go. Tripod. Okay, so now I'll grab a bounce spring. Guess why they call it a bounce spring. It bounces. That keeps the cutter off the head. See it bounces? That's what they call the bounce spring. Okay, now you just rotate this and it'll cut the seat. And we'll see what we get. Go ahead and mark it so I know when I'm cutting. The seat's already been cut. It hasn't been run, so it's hard to tell what you're actually doing here. You'll hear it. You want to cut it until it cuts all the way around. Or in this case, almost all the way around. Going to center everything up. Everything's cold, so the plungers are real slow in re-engaging. Makes it harder to do this. Hopefully recentered. We'll see. Off a little bit. So I'm actually cutting a little bit bigger valve right now. See how it's cutting here on the outside edge. See that shiny spot right there? So I'm cutting a bigger valve seat than what they did. If I was smaller, it would be on the bottom. The other way around. Let me see here. That's backwards. I'm the other way around. My seat is smaller, that's why it's cutting there, not the bottom. If it's bigger, it would dig in on the inside. See how my ass backwards. It's hard to get good help. Oh well. Either way, we gotta cut it down a little bit until we get a solid something to go by. Doesn't have to be 100%, but usually more than that. Center's off, so we're gonna let it recenter. See if it's me or just the head's different. The head was different. When you put new guides and stuff in, nothing ever goes back the same. Okay, that was not 100% clean. It's about 3/4. That's enough for me. Seats cut really, really nice, so they're nice nickel seats, pre-cutting. So there's the new angle right there. You see the top angle right there. There's a seat right there, top angle's above it. The inner angle has not come in yet that I can see. Over here, you can see we're getting all three surfaces. The light, we can see it. See the three different angles? The inner valve seat and the upper angle. This side here, the valve, everything is offset a little bit this way, so you're not catching that edge. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and lap the valve and see what we got. So this is the rear, so we want the rear one. So this is the front one. We don't want that one. We want the rear one. So I'm going to lap it. It's going to leave a mark on here and tell me where we're at. You can also use dividers to do it. That's the old way of doing it. Still works good though. I don't use much lapping compound, just a little bit, just enough to mark it. You can only mark a valve once and you can't, it's hard to see what you got after that. So it's a one-shot deal on getting this, we really get a good view of it. When you lap, you go back and forth, lift, turn, drop, lift, turn, drop. That way you're not doing one spot. There's the valve seat. See the shiny spot just above the lapping compound? That means we're pretty good. Wipe it off, and now you can see how wide the seat is. You can see how I get a little extra space just above the valve, but it's pretty far out. You can also see how my back cut angles underneath the seat, which makes it flow really nice. Plus these are kibble whites, they have good flow ahead to them anyway. Stock valves are real chunky in here, they don't work very well. So it looks like I got the nice street job right on the first shot. For high performance or racing, you stick it further out toward the edge. Racing, you're right on the edge. Street, you go a little bit further in each way, depending on how many miles you want to live for, or how much power they want.